is your girl, Mama T. Y'all have not seen me in weeks, y'all, and I'm so apologetic for those who have been following my story and looking at my podcast with me. I apologize. First, before we get started, I just want to say welcome and introduce myself. My name is Trayla Peters. I am the owner and CEO of Mama T Herbs, where we specialize in everything holistic. Um, and yeah, that's a little bit about me. And I definitely want to shout out Supernatural Inc. Entertainment for allowing me to be on their platform and utilizing my gift and speaking up and out about holistic wellness. So let's get into it. I think we haven't seen each other, y'all, in about 3 weeks. So I'm just going to catch you guys up. If you guys forgot, Juneteenth, which will be not June the 19th, but June 16th and 17th here in Greenville, South Carolina, we are having the biggest event that you have ever seen in the Black community, where we will host over 70 vendors, have a royal gala where all is invited. Please don't forget to purchase your tickets at juneteenthgbl.com. It will be a mega fest on Saturday and a royal gala on hello, Carol, and a royal gala on Friday. It will blow you guys' mind. And of course, you know your girl can't miss a beat, so I will be in attendance. Um, Selling anything from tinctures, which is vegetable glycerin based, and they are all kid friendly, family friendly, baby friendly. Everything except for my detox. Um, and so we will have a couple different tinctures out there. We will have some spiritual tools, which will range from Palo Santo to sage to cedar and a couple other things. We also have herbal pads out there. This event is going to be the let me sit beside Mama T and talk to her. Pick my brain just for 5 minutes. It won't be no long session. Because of course I do offer sessions on my Mama T Herbs website. But during this weekend, I will definitely have my spirit guides with me, my protectors, but you will get to know and see the real Mama T, meet and just explore everything that we have to offer as a holistic wellness person. And so that is one thing that I've been working towards for the past 3 weeks. Also, I am getting featured on a radio station that is out of Charlotte. So I've been networking and connecting with people, just getting my name out there, getting herbs out there. So those are a couple things that I have been going on behind the scenes with Mama T Herbs. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about an experience that I had today, and I really didn't know what I was going to talk about this evening, but I just want to talk to you guys about allowing people in your sacred space. Meaning, whether it's your house, your workspace, your ear gate, meaning your phone conversations, your eyesight, your text messages that you're texting back and forth. Be mindful of the things that you are sharing with people, you are listening to and from people, the things that you are typing, because energy vampires are very real. I have been around them a time or two, multiple times, and not really entertain them or even exchange words with them, whether you're whatever religion you're in, whatever religion you are in, energy vampires is real. So people who just want to come and sit and listen to everything and suck everything you have out of you and give you nothing in exchange, and you and I and everyone else that is watching this is worth so much more than that. And never let somebody sit at your feet and just suck and take everything they have, take everything you have for their personal gain with nothing in return. That has happened to me today. And a lot of people will be like, well, T, how did that happen? And I'm just going to tell you, I was at the shop. I've had multiple appointments today. A person came and they just literally just brought their to me. And the old me would have been like, is this you need to pick up your problems and take them out my shop. But the current me is like, nah, take that energy and transmute it. And the same thing goes for you. If somebody comes to you with some stuff, take it and transmute it, and always stay protected. Don't let anyone come and talk to you about their problems, knowing that you can't take it on. And if you can take it on, there is still a way of exchanging energy and being mindful of it. And so that's the space that I was in today. And I was so mind blown by how Spirit decided to use me for this person to think that this was a test, for this person to think that they were going to dump on me and not get any feedback, or for me to be timid and shy about who I am as a person and who I am as on my spiritual path. And so that goes for anyone else that's watching this, is making sure that you always surround yourself with protective people, protective spiritual tools, protective just protection, and use the spirit of discernment. Always trust the gut feeling. The gut feeling is 99.9% right. And if it isn't right, maybe you need to ask Spirit God for some spirit of discernment. Meaning that you will now know how to handle people when they come to you with malicious intent. So that was one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is putting yourself on the front line and asking for help. It's a lot of people, me myself included. I am in Greenville, South Carolina, where my help is limited. Um, but it's limited because that's the way Spirit has made me. I have my kids and I have a limited supply because we are gifted and we cannot be around everyone, and our energy cannot be entertained by any and just everyone. And so, with that being said, there has been about 3 months that I have not taken a break for myself, outside of my business, outside of my kids, outside of my spouse, just for me. And it took a long time for me to come up to anyone and say, hey, I need help, I need assistance. Yes, me and my husband made these kids. However, I deserve a break away from my business, away from my kids, etc. And so if you are a person who is like me and have a hard time speaking up, asking for help, of course, if you're asking for help, make sure that you are willing to do the work. Don't ask for help and then when somebody offers help, you just don't do anything with it. Like you say, okay, I'll take the help, and then they come and take your kids or take you out of a situation, and you are relieved of everything, and now you're just sitting there. You're not even thinking. You're just sitting there. It's one thing to sit there and journal. It's one thing to sit there and meditate. It's one thing to sit there and pray. It's one thing to sit there and just say affirmations, but it's a whole different thing to sit there and do absolutely nothing after asking for help. Utilize the people that are in your village. Ask for help when you need it. If there is an energy that lives in a tree, good questioning. If there is an energy that lives in a tree, could it take your energy? Me personally, I would say no. I would say um, if there is an energy and it lives in a tree, the tree, I would feel like anything that's like trees, nature. So like water, grass, trees, mountains, oceans, lakes, all of those things can take it and transmute it. So nothing stays, no bad energy gets to stay in that particular tree or any other pieces of any other things of nature, because it has, Mother Earth has a way of just transmuting energy. So if I'm coming with a lot of shit today and I go sit my back on a tree and I'm just like, oh, this shit has been, this today just been crazy. And then I get up and I leave, and then you, Carol, you come and sit at the tree and you're like, and you're like, and then the tree's taking the energy and putting it on you. I don't think that happens. I think once I leave my troubles at the tree, it literally takes that energy and puts it back into the ground. And then when you come, you get a breath of fresh air. Like I never was sitting there. And that goes for any thing that deals with nature. Now, if it's such as a person, of course, it could take your energy. Of course, it could be an energy vampire. But as far as nature, things that are already directly connected to source, I do not believe wholeheartedly. I've never um sat on a tree or been in the water. And I know I didn't see some people who was in the water with me that was like, and I never went in the water or sat at the tree. And once they left, I was like, oh my God, I'm so heavy because of them. No. And if you are, it's not because it's not because the nature took on the energy and transferred it to you. It's because you were not protected enough, in that person's energy that was beside you or around you, their energy gravitated and drained all of your energy out of it. So that is my take on it. Good question, Carol. You're going to have me doing a little bit more thinking about that. Even though I firmly believe what I said, that was a really good question. That was a really good question. And sometimes I think we all tend to forget that Mother Nature is super connected to source. So you can take your, I always say, come bearing gifts. Like for me, when I'm done with my tinctures, I take the leftover herbs and I put them in this little, it's like a big old tree, but its roots kind of come out like this. So it's this hole in the middle. I always take it and I give back the herbs to Mother Earth right there. And even when people yoni sting with me and they are done, I tell them to give me 3 good things that they are releasing with this steam. And we go out to the tree and we pour it back and we say thank you. And yeah, could there be something else in my yard that took my energy? Um, hmm, good question. So I would start with inside of your house, not so much as outside of your house, because everything that's outside would be like trees, grass, water, something inside your house you need to cleanse. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Well, maybe it's on the back side of your house, but something inside of your house you need to cleanse because that's what has taken your energy. And I normally wouldn't do this on camera, Carol, so thanks for putting me on the spotlight. But no, it's something inside of your house that has taken your energy. And you need to, I was gonna say cleanse it, but no, Carol, you are fine. This is what I'm here for. But it's just surprising that you came into the room ready to connect, and I love that. Thank you so much for trusting me. But normally I would say take whatever it is that's in your home that has energy that you know has energy because you have the spirit of discernment, Carol. You do. And so take whatever it is, and if it is something that's outside of your yard, in your backyard, maybe it's a sentimental thing like a teddy bear sitting out there or a pot that you got from somebody. I really don't see it being something that is connected 100% to source that took your energy. I feel like it's something that was in the house that took your energy. And so usually I would say take it, cleanse it, and pray over it. But I don't feel like that. I firmly believe you need to take it and go bury it far, 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 far away from your house. And that is simply for your protection and those that are coming into your space's protection as well. Make sure you protect the 4 corners of your house with railroad nails that you have cleansed and prayed over. You can find them at any railroad, old railroad, take the nails. Yes, I'm telling y'all how to protect y'all space, but put them in the 4 corners of your house. If you are in an apartment, put them in the 4 corners inside your house. If you are in a house, like an actual freestanding house, you could take the nails and put them on the 4 corners outside, so that you have a perimeter of protection. And that is a little thing. Yes, iron. Yep, that's right. And the rust on it stands for how much it's endured and still is strong, it's sturdy, it's protected. They could take them nails right on up and reuse them if they decided to for that railroad. However, they decide not to, and that's why they leave it for people like you and me, Carol. You welcome, Carol. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And thank you so much for trusting me to help you along your spiritual journey. That made me smile. So, but so when it comes to being around people who have energy that you know, even I have been in a position, y'all, where I have had people around me that I knew I wasn't like spiritually heightened to transmute their energy, so I had to remove myself from them for months, years, sometimes a decade until I could get to that part where okay, I can get around you and take your energy. Ooh, okay, Carol, hold on, I'm gonna come back to you. Um, but do not be around people or take on things from the thrift store. That's another thing. Taking on things from the thrift store and not cleansing it. And if you don't know how to cleanse, then you don't need to be shopping at a damn thrift store. It's already bad enough we go into grocery stores, we go into clothing stores, and we take these items. And the people who made these products, we don't know what their intentions was. But it's a whole different ball game when you take in so-and-so's dining room table and putting it in your house and putting it in the middle of your house, thinking that this is going to be the table that you eat at, when essentially you don't know what they were using that table for. So pray over everything that you get secondhand from anyone. I don't care if it's from your sister, you just don't know. And if you feel like that person has good energy, just ask spirit to remove the bad and that those that are not conducive to you in your future, in your present as well. Carol, it knocked me on my buttocks. Carol, talk to me a little bit more. So you were outside and it lived in whatever energy that you had made you fall out on the ground, or what? Because essentially I really don't feel it's coming from outside. Um, and maybe right before you went outside, you was painting our shed. Okay. Were you by yourself? 100%. And how long had you been outside painting your shed? Where did the shed come from? Mm, okay. So, okay. So, what I need you to surveillance what else is out there. What's in the shed? Do Yeah, what's in the shed? Because and when you fell down, I'm asking you a whole lot of questions, Carol. I apologize. But what's in the shed is one question. And when you fell down, Carol, did you have any type of this is what is happening right now? Because the oak tree could have been there to take the energy away, to take it away for you to get some relief. Are any of the items secondhand? And is the shed secondhand? You guys, we are just having a conversation right now. If you're new and wondering what's going on and you're coming into this, we're having a conversation right now about items holding, okay, all new items, about items holding energy secondhand, buildings holding energy secondhand, people taking our energy. Um, so, Carol, where did the shed come from? Did you just buy it from Lowe's or something? Hmm. Okay. Had he been outside in that shed at all that day or within like the last 72 hours? Thank you. Had Okay, so your husband built it, which is amazing. Had he been outside within the last 72 hours? Okay, had he been so I'm gonna ask you some questions and you don't have to comment. We're gonna have a one-on-one conversation in Messenger. But I do want to say he was with you for a little bit. He needs to rewind his day and you need to rewind your day. Because just because you fell on your behind, um, think of it like this. When spirit when any type of energy attacks you, right? That energy could have came from something that just happened or something that happened from a while ago. Especially if we don't cleanse ourselves, cleanse our space, cleanse the people that are around us, the energy could have happened at any given time. So you were just because you were out there with your husband and you were like, well, we were just together, he built this, these are all new items. Why do I feel like this energy is outside? It could have been something that latched on to you and just decided to express itself out there. You just never know. So rewind it back for us to get a little bit more clarity on where the energy is coming from, what we need to address, what we need to cleanse. Because I really, at that time when you fell down, Carol, you should have gotten your behind up, sat right there at the foot of the oak tree, and just asked, okay. So you feel everybody's emotions. Everybody's emotions. So how do you get protected? How do you stay protected, Carol? What do you do to get protected? What do you do to get back grounded? Um, okay, you usually wear crystals. Where was the crystals this day? Did you take them off? Pray. Yeah. Wear crystals, pray. Um, if you believe in ancestors, call forth them, your spirit guides, ask them for protection. And if you feel like something is in your yard, so again, remember what I said. Go back from what you did all day. And at this particular moment, the spirit that had spiritually attacked you had the opportunity to show its ass at this time. Why? Because you don't have any protection around you. So your crystals are inside the house. You're free. Prayer is only gonna get us so far if we ain't told our people, babe, you better walk beside me at all times. Spirit guides, ancestors walk beside me at all times. And you have to speak that over yourself, especially when you go out into the world and you're an empath. You cannot be out here. It's like going to a gunfight with no gun. You got to show up with something, baby. You can't come empty handed and expect to win the war, because we're constantly. I mean, we all live in paradise. I know I do. I don't know about y'all, but we all live in paradise. However, I'm very cognizant of what's going on in the world. So you will never catch me get into my car with no crystals. Catch me getting into the car and not have prayed and sprayed over it to get me back and forth. Even my kids, when they leave the house every day, we have something. So I encourage you that if you are doing something and you are not strapped with your crystals, if that's how you protect yourself, then you need to have a second blockage. And cleanse yourself, cleanse yourself, cleanse yourself, cleanse yourself, and ask for the spirit of discernment, because you know, I don't know who been out there or what has some energy in it. Every time I don't put my crystals on, something happens. Well, Carol, we need you to have a second, like a double protection. Like, we need you to have some double protection going on here, because you cannot afford to be falling on your behind outside while you painting again. Imagine had your husband not been out there. That would have been a problem. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking to see what the kids is doing. But make sure you are double layered. You have not only your crystals, and even, I know it wasn't fun. It cannot be fun, especially when you get in a spiritual attack. So with that being said, Carol, when that happened and you fell down and you felt like something was going on, I would have taken that oak tree, and sat there and told spirit, I transmute this energy. Anything that is in me come up off of me. Anything that is around me, anything that is not conducive to my health, you got to go, baby. I command you right now to leave, because you were not welcome here. And I welcome all that is there for my highest self, for my highest good. I welcome my ancestors that walk and protect and provide for me. I welcome God to guide me, and whatever other things you want to say. But essentially, you have to stay protected. You have to stay grounded. You have to stay locked and loaded at all times in this type of world that we are living in, because things are going to attack you. Things are going to drain you, especially if you have access, if you are connected to source. Oh, it's like walking into a bank and having access to money and you're used to stealing things. It's the same concept. If you've never had to work for it, if spirit has never guided you to be a hard worker in the spirit world, it's like, let me just plug in to Carol and get what I can get out of her. Let me plug into you and see what I can get out of you. Nope. Usually I put a white light around stuff. Yes, Mir. I'm coming. Chords into the ground. And best of mirrors on every day. Okay. So what do you mean by chords into the ground? Talk to me a little bit more about chords into ground and best of mirrors on every day. So when you're saying the best of mirrors on every day, are you saying for you to see a reflection of yourself of what you need to work on? Talk to me a little bit more, because honey, you got me interested. Y'all hear my son? He is like, and I guess he just figured out how to open the door. Because he done walked in here and he is super excited, like he just hit the jackpot. I didn't do anything that day. I just grabbed my coffee and a paintbrush. So 72 hours, Carol, I need you to go back. Because what did you do the day before? Have you been protected? Had you been cleansed? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So if you feel like the tree, how long has the tree been out there? For years? Did the tree just grow? Because I really don't feel like the tree would have held the negative energy to knock you down. Come here. Y'all don't need you touching nothing. You just stay right here. Yes. No, I'm on live right now. Would you like to speak? Would you like to speak? Yeah. Go ahead. You can say hello. Hello. I'm waiting on Carol to tell me the 72 hours. Write it down. You ain't got to comment, but you can write it down and tell me 72 hours leading up to that time and 72 hours leading up to that time. I'm sure Brandon is going to get on me. Okay. That's near space and hours. So whatever comes in and goes back out. I didn't know that. Carol, you didn't taught me something new. Yeah, you can. Because I'm almost certain. I've never heard that before. I'm sitting here thinking about reflection of like, okay, spirit, work on me. Make sure I see myself. Make sure I see what I need to work on. But I wasn't thinking facing outward, so whatever comes at me goes back out. Put it on every day, even if you're just going outside to paint and grab some coffee. Carol, thank you so much for teaching me. Hi, I can't wait for us to talk, Carol. I don't even know how we just got on this the whole conversation, but I'm loving it. Miss Carol says hello. Hi, Miss Carol. Are you giving her a kiss? Anywho, y'all. Carol, please write me for us to finish up. Finish up our conversation. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to visit me at mamatherbs.com. Email me at mamatherbs@gmail.com. Connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Everything is Mama T Herbs. Everything. It doesn't matter what you're on. Heck, even probably LinkedIn is Mama T Herbs. So if you have any questions and you want to connect, please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, I am a holistic wellness coach. I am a herbalist. I am walking into being a spiritual advisor. Wasn't ready to say that, but it has been such a pleasure today hanging with you all, especially Carol. Thank you so very much for allowing me to communicate with you and just talk through some things tonight. I look forward to next Monday at 9 p.m., you guys, and I love y'all.